Hi Leo, I hope you guys are doing great today. So I'm going to be doing a general read for your love and for career and money, not only career. So there are many different financial situations that people can be entrenched in right now. So we're going to read for all of it. I'm going to timestamp below so you don't have to hang out for the entire reading, or you can watch part now, come back later, however you guys want to do it. First couple of minutes, minute or so, I just want to talk about really quick the solar eclipse that's happening on Monday the 14th. It's the end of this time period because this is going to cover the 8th to the 14th again. Sagittarius new moon on Monday, December 14th. Total solar eclipse. Now, a solar eclipse, for those of you who aren't sure what it is, it's just like a regular new moon where the moon passes between the earth and the sun. But the solar eclipse is more powerful because the moon darkens the sun here. So this is happening at 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius. So you want to check out your chart. If you know your chart, check out where you have 23 degrees 8 minutes of Sagittarius. Also check out where your mutable signs are, because we all have all the signs in us. So 18 to 28 degrees of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Check out what houses those are in, because those houses, that part of your life is going to be the most impacted right now. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about the houses and all of that, that's totally cool. It's just important for you guys to understand that it's aligning with Mercury in the South Node. So the spiritual meaning of this relates to how we think and how we communicate right now. In particular, like this entire month, really. Now, it's trining Mars. So this gives us the energy and the initiative to set new goals and act on plans that we've been really wanting to put into play with more confidence than we've had, right, in the past. However, there is a harsh aspect to Neptune. That means that we all need to be protecting ourselves right now in this energy against any kind of deception and also infection. So when I mean it by infection, just not to bug anybody out, but Neptune does rule disease and infection. And I'm not really digging the square that it's making with Mercury and some of the other placements. It's a weird placement that Neptune is in right now. I'm not only talking about COVID, I'm talking about the flu, catching colds, anything that can end up making you feel run down, you exposing yourself to things that you really can't see. Just be extra careful. All right, but having this square with Mercury, it's going to bring deception and confusion. Now, those of you who know your rising signs, okay, Leo rising, so your Leo ascendant, you guys are going to be feeling this very strongly in your 5th house, right? We don't go according to sun signs when we're talking about house placement. It's all about the rising sign. So you need to know your birth time in order to figure that out. Go to any free birth chart calculator, put in your place of birth, the time, the exact time, because the rising sign changes every 60 to 90 minutes. So anyway, those of you who know your rising sign, those of you who are Leo, this is going to be happening in your 5th house. Now, 5th house is the house of fun. It is your home. You guys are the landlord of the 5th house, ruled by the sun. So this is a very comfortable, familiar place for you. So in that way, I think it's really good. However, there is going to be this level of confusion when it comes to your ability to be creative, when it comes to your romances, when it comes to what's happening when you're falling in love. How are you and your partner connecting on a Monday through Sunday? Are you sure? Does there seem to be this sort of nebulous fog that's sort of cloaking everything? Also, this has to do with children. 5th house has to do with children. So again, there might be this strong the strong initiative that you're going to be experiencing. Communication is going to be on tap. Awesome for those of you who are students or you have deadlines, to meet something in some way. But again, there's going to be this cloak of what the hell is really going on. So to me, a great piece of advice in this energy really is make sure people are walking their talk and don't put too much weight on whatever someone is saying, because the truth of the matter is we're all feeling it, so, but we're all feeling it in different spaces. So let's just all try to be like extra kind to each other this month, because eclipse season is always a little bit of a trippy energy to make it through. And we're going to be feeling the eclipse energies all the way through, at least the end of the month. We're going to be feeling the fallout for the next, keeping it real, the next 2 years, but at least the next 6 months. Okay, so let's get into the love reading. So Leo, I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread on this side for you, and then I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread on this side for an energy that you're dealing with. Whether you're with them now, you were with them in the past, you're going to resonate with maybe who it is. This happens a lot where you could be in one relationship, but an ex ends up showing up in your reading for some reason. So it's something to think about. Maybe there's still some issues there that might need addressing. Okay, and then after that, we will go into career. But let's pull for you first. Thank you so much for those of you who are patiently waiting for the Leo. I know a number of people were like, where's Leo? Having some technical challenges today. I don't know. YouTube is acting a little funny the past 6 weeks, to be quite frank with you. So we're all just trying to do the best we can. All right, so that's for you. Got the Knight of Swords coming into this energy. Some sort of conflict dealing with somebody. Change of life, change of plans, change of lifestyle. We'll get to that after we pull for your energy. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups as the foundation here. And this is... Okay, I'm getting a little confusion, Leo. They're a little confused about you. Confusion is okay. It means there's still feelings there, whether you like it or not. Okay. All right, let's see what's happening. So starting out for you, coming into this energy, we have the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords, not the Nine, the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is a very fast-talking energy. It could be very argumentative. You know, could definitely be a bit of a talking somebody out of something or into something. Now, this could certainly be you, but this, whatever happened here, there was conflict and it incited a lifestyle change. So things were just different between the two of you. So maybe somebody moved out. You guys went from being coupled to single. Somebody wanted a divorce. Somebody wants a separation. There's some sort of change, sleeping in separate bedrooms. And this is in the past coming into this energy. There was a conflict that incited some sort of change within the foundation of the relationship. Okay, so let's see where you're at right now. So you're in the King of Cups energy. Beautiful, and you look at him meditating. He looks so peaceful. This is a very beautiful, tolerant, supportive, empathetic energy. So this could be you. This could be just the energy surrounding you right now. But what's crossing you is the Hermit reverse. And you have to be a little careful with this. I'm not going to lie, right? Because this does indicate, first of all, this tells me that you may be feeling a little lonely, a little isolated. But you may be a little tempted to repeat some sort of past mistake because you feel stuck in something. It's like you're trying to get all zen, you're trying to be very tolerant, very empathetic, very loving. You're trying to be all of these things, but there's something about the past that you're just having the hardest time letting go of. You're trying to keep everything in perspective, but again, you're having a very hard time letting go of something. Now, the crowning energy is temperance. So you just really want balance. You just want balance. You want harmony. You want moderation. I'm really resonating very strongly with this King of Cups who's trying to go all zen. I'm vibing that very strongly for you guys, Leo. You guys are just like, can everybody just get along? You just don't want to argue. We have this working with the Eight of Pentacles in the foundation. This is about repair work, right? Trying to repair something within the relationship, trying to maybe even repair something within yourself, healing. There's healing here. But while you're healing, there is this like almost palatable lack of focus and maybe even true ambition to move something forward. And what happens here is the tendency to get tripped up in perfectionism, where, well, I can't be with them because of this, and it's just not working because of that. You know, and at the same time, it's like nothing is perfect, and you know that you just don't want to deal at all with any sort of discord. It does seem like, but it does seem like there's good reason for it. Now, check it out. The personal psychology here, we got you reversed. Okay. So this is about self-sabotaging, being scared of something. And the result of the fear is you somehow self-sabotaging yourself in one way or another. Now, because this is you. This is very much you. You're afraid of something. And only you know what that is. Only you know. This does indicate discord. So there's discord with this energy because this is strictly relationship read. Even if you're not together, there's something that troubles your energy when you think about this person, when you deal with this person. There's something very troubling to you. But at the same time, it's scary to you. There's something scary to you about it. Now, the person that you're dealing with, the energy that you're dealing with, the way you're seeing them is the Chariot. And the Chariot is all about, leaving toxicity and moving on. So it's action and change, right? It's going from one space to another. So I feel like you're with an energy that even if they're living with you, you feel like they're moving away from you from an energetic perspective, or you guys are maybe not even together right now. As the Chariot is connected to Cancer in astrology, and Cancer is that fourth house of home. It could be metaphorical or literal, where, moving away from toxicity to a space where the person feels more grounded, rooted, and safe. Something that's safer, that's less complicated, that's, where there's less going on. You were reversed, so I don't want to. Okay, now your fear here is the Nine of Swords energy. Understandable. This is Nine of Swords is Mars and Gemini, so I call this the 3 a.m. card. Those of you who've been watching me for a while, because this is about like nightmares, anxiety, grief, depression, those very intrusive thoughts that come in the middle of the night that are sort of inescapable. But it's not like you're not just worrying to worry. It's like you're worrying with a point with the Nine of Swords, because it's Mars in Gemini, and Mars is that warrior planet that's hell-bent on putting us on the path that we're meant to be on. That's why Mars is the Tower energy. It's like, come on, honey, you got to go this way. And it's in Gemini, which is all about thoughts and truth. Could be a stressful energy, but that's your fear, Leo. Your fear is actually allowing yourself to get to that point of feeling, because it's not comfortable, and it would require absolute change in something that you may feel like either you're not able to do, capable of doing, or like you don't have the power to do something right now within this connection. So now in the near future, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse is anger. This is anger. So you're dealing with an angry individual. There's coldness, there's aggression, there's apathy. Like, I just don't even care anymore. I'm like numb to this. I'm just numb. So you may be in the space of feeling numb, Leo, or you may be feeling this from the person that you're dealing with, where somebody is just like numb. I can't even feel regarding this relationship. So lots of emotions here. There's no doubt. Now we have as the final outcome the Ten of Wands. So I feel like you are the one who's just like numb to something, because the Ten of Wands is very much about stress, exhaustion, being way too burdensome. You cannot continue going on that path with this person, because quite honestly, it's too much. It's too much. It's one thing on top of another. It's inescapable. It's very much like your life is busy enough, and then throw this on top of it. You cannot deal. You have to put the wands down. So it definitely indicates the ending of a cycle. It's still a minor arcana. It doesn't mean forever, but I do get that that's where you guys are at right now, at least from your perspective. Let's see what's going on with them. So coming into this energy, we have the Hangman reverse. So the Hangman reverse, they're feeling like the victim of something. Now I want to say, this is a subjective read, Leo. Understand, this does not make it true. You may not agree with what I'm about to say, but when I meditate on the energy that Leo is dealing with. Sometimes I get a partner you're with right now. Sometimes I get somebody from the past, as I mentioned earlier, okay? So that's what this is, right? This is feeling like a victim, feeling like somebody was a traitor. They feel like you were a traitor in some way, like you were deliberately dishonest with them in some way. And they really are not willing to be part of something anymore. Now there's this, they feel like you were selfish regarding something, okay? Now you might have the same perspective of them again, now going back to that, but this is definitely what I'm getting with them. What's going on with them right now? We have the Seven of Cups that's working with the Ten of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Cups is having a situation where they're having a really hard time with commitment. Now this could be an energy where they have other choices, whatever the case is, and one of the choices may just be to stay single, or it can be that they have other people, right, that are interested in them. Whatever it is, they're having a hard time making a commitment to this particular to this particular relationship. Okay, now we have this working with the Ten of Wands in reverse. So let me Ten of Wands in reverse. So the Ten of Wands in reverse is actually a lot more positive than the upright, because this is about taking a break and just finally just saying no to something, just needing to lighten a situation up, just saying like, no, you know what? I'm going to tell you what I'm getting here, Leo. What I'm getting here is somebody has very strong feelings for you, but them saying to themselves, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I'm going to open myself to another energy because this is just unhealthy and I can't deal with this. They can't show up in the relationship the way I need. And like, I need to feel lighter. This is what I'm getting where they're at right now. Again, you don't have to agree with this, but I feel like that's what I'm getting from them. And then we have the King of Pentacles working here, a very solid, practical, wise energy. Absolutely. Now, this could be how they see you, but this could also be the space where they see themselves. Very solid in their money. But it could also be, if Pentacles, because it's a relationship read, also means mental, physical, emotional connection. They are very, very focused on that. Somebody who's very solid, somebody who's very reliable and not flippant, not being dishonest with them in any way, nothing like that. Somebody who is not afraid of working, somebody who, and I'm not saying you are, okay? Again, subjective read. I feel like I have to always come back to this because I know it gets people upset, you know? But that is what I'm getting, is the crowning. But the foundation here is the Two of Cups, which is all about romantic love and partnership and proposal, and proposing something, excuse me, and marriage. So there's no question in my mind that this person would love for this to work, but there's something going on within your dynamic that's making them feel very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, and something that makes them feel like they were the victim. So maybe some sort of dishonesty, somebody presented themselves in a way that was, other than, reality. It could be anything like that, Now we have this working with the Fool reverse. Now, the Fool reverse is they're being very careless right now. They are being very careless right now, and they're in a space of being very, kind of feeling apathetic. They have these emotions for you, but they're not doing whatever would be necessary to actually fix this. And the truth of the matter is, it seems like they're not ready. It seems like they're just not prepared for the type of connection that you want. Leos require a very specific type of connection. And I know my father's a Leo, 2 of my sisters are Leos. I have a brother that's a Leo, a Cancer, a stepdaughter. I've got so many people who are Leos in my life. And I know, and they have a very heavy Leo rising and Leo suns. I know the 2 of them. And this is what's so amazingly beautiful about Leos, is that they don't only want to be lovers and in love and have that romance and that attraction and that fun, but they really need to be friends with their partner, like long term, because otherwise it's going to dry up. They're very aware of that. Leo energy, just in general. You guys are aware. And I feel like they're not ready for that. There's something about the connection that they're just not ready for. It's like they're just not capable of like showing up in that way. Now we have, sorry, course watchers, I have to read what I'm getting. Now, the way they see you, they see you as the Page of Cups, which is, this is like, they want this new beginning with you. Because a page is like a new cycle, and cups are emotion and love. So they want that with you. I mean, that's the way they see you. However, we have the fear here. Their fear is the 3 of Wands. They feel like even if they get back with you, they're not going to be able to build with you. And that's the problem. Or even if you guys aren't separated or anything, you guys are together, maybe you're just in a weird space. I do get very strongly that the energy that you're dealing with questions whether you guys are going to be able to Mars and Capricorn together, right? That's this energy. Build something together, right? I mean, this is all about, very much about teamwork and expansion and going the long haul and just staying very focused on the future, not even looking at the past at all. They don't really feel, they're afraid of that. Because they're very afraid that the past is going to sneak in again and things are going to end up, cycling back. Look at this, though. What the hell is going on? We have in the near future, they're all about the 10 of Cups energy for this. Contentment, love and support, being there for each other, deepening commitment, deepening of communication. This is very much what they want in the near future. They would very much like to sit down, have a heart-to-heart, and really figure things out. But the problem is, and they see this, is the Lover's reverse. And the Lover's reverse is breakup, divorce, arguments, discord, regrets, making a bad choice. They're so afraid. They're so afraid. They want this 10 of Cups energy with you. This is what they want. But they're so in their mind, it's all about the lover's energy. That's what's going to happen. And Leo, you're all about ending that cycle the way it is. Now, are you open to starting a new cycle, a fresh one, under the guise of a whole new blueprint? Perhaps. Maybe not all of you. Depends. This is a general reading. Depends on what the bones of the relationship are like. But I can tell you that the energy that you're dealing with, absolutely, they still have emotions for you, but in their mind. This is the thing with the lover's energy. It's all about choice, right? You have to understand that straight out of the gate. Besides that, it's a Gemini energy. So Leo, you might be dealing with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. This is about partnership, deep love, right? The strength of two together, all of that fabulous stuff. It is blessed by Archangel Raphael, always. It is. It's been a known idea for millennia. However, the choice has to be that you both together, everybody on the same page says, ooh, look at this. We have cracks in our foundation. We need to fix this together. Because if we don't fix it together, it's not going to be blessed. You follow? So it does seem like they are petrified of there not being that energy available. You know, they just don't think that energy is going to be available either within you, maybe even within them. Maybe they feel like they don't have what it takes to actually work at this with you as well. You know, it really could be as easy as that, or as simple as that. Let's pull 5 cards. See what's going on here, you guys. Interesting. Hold on. Sorry, I had to take that in for a minute. Okay. For you, we got to be fair. For them, loyal heart. Oh, I know I could hear some of you from here. What? No. Somebody is very loyal to the vibe that you guys have, very loyal to the connection. But you got to be fair. It's all about fairness. Things have to be equitable. There has to be mutual understanding. You have to be super honest with yourself, Leo. I don't know. Have you been as fair as the fairness that you expect? Do you know what I'm saying? And this is me, I never throw shade. I just call it what it is, as according to the cards. I don't judge. I can't afford to judge. So believe me, you're not getting any of that here. However, let's look at this, because I see another energy coming in here. We have coffee cup, meeting up, conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. But then we have this idea of not enough. This is very much like an 8 of Swords energy I'm getting. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, and self-sabotaging oneself because of fear or ego issues. Then we have I like you as the central card. I always pay attention to the central cards in the book endings. So this I like you is someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, wants to date. But then we have this working with camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past. Somebody wants to make new memories. And then we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, transformation. So what I'm seeing here is, okay, you guys are trying like hell to not be together. Even if you're together, maybe you're talking to people online. I don't know what the story is, whatever you guys are doing. But I see there's another energy floating around in here. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you guys still have this connection with each other. And it feels like, Leo, I do feel like you, more than this energy, I do have to tell you, is trying like hell to move away from this energy. You're trying very hard to move away from an energy. Guys, if this is not your reading, it's not your reading. I feel like this is pretty specific, and obviously not every Leo is going to be feeling this, but this is what I'm getting. So let's pull. Let's get a little bit of a story, what's going on here. Just clarifiers. Oh. Yes. All right. I see a little reconciliation going on here, or at least entertaining it again, because somebody else that you are trying to be happy with is not cutting the mustard, as they say here in New York. Son of Cups. This is clarifying the coffee cups, okay? So the Son of Cups is about, it's the Page of Cups, right? So the Knight of Cups. So this is like Princess Charming, Prince Charming, somebody fabulous coming in, wanting to propose this idea, okay? And it's like you're feeling uplifted by it. You're getting a little positive attention. You're meeting up with somebody, maybe online, maybe in person, who knows, but you're just very much about savoring the moment. And then we have this energy, though, where you're very frustrated in relationship. You're lacking confidence. There's fear, ego issues. Again, this idea of self-sabotage. And this is working with the Mother of Wands, this Queen of Wands energy. Very feisty energy, confident, self-assured. So you're in this space where, or this could be the person you're dealing with, Leo. I feel like they might be struggling, like they feel like they're not enough for you, or you feel like you're not enough for them. And there is this idea of confidence, like being an issue here, but somebody likes you, right? So we have this idea of romance blooming, fun flirting, somebody wants to date, all of this. Okay, great. Okay. However, what's the issue? The issue is the broken relationship that's plaguing you. You can't get away from it. The Ten of Cups in reverse, you can't. This is about the broken marriage, the relationship struggles, something not working, and you just not being... Does it mean you're never going to get over it if it comes to pass that you guys don't reconnect? Absolutely not. But it just seems like you're just not ready yet. Because there is going to be this idea of reminiscing, so there's got to be a history here. You don't reminisce if there's not a history. Learning from the past, making memories, right? It's like sitting and looking at old photos and saying, oh my God, okay, I learned my lesson. And then we have this working with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. And this is like just lightening up. To me, this is you guys getting together and just being like, can we just have a fun night tonight? Just say like, let's just take a break from all the nonsense. Let's feel free for one night. Let's lighten up and let's just do us. And let's remember why we fell in love in the first place, right? And we got the lighting energy, sudden change. So it's like this sudden change because of this, right? This epiphany, this realization, right? This is like the come to Jesus moment of this deck. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Complete and painful ending, hitting rock bottom. Recognizing, though, that something went as far as it could absolutely go. Now, for some of you, because this is a minor arcana, you're going to realize, like, that relationship, that version of the relationship, the way it was, it's absolutely not continuing anymore. I can't have it anymore in my life. I don't want it anymore in my life, right? It doesn't make sense. Now, we do have a lot of missing here. So because of that, I do feel like there's going to be this recognition. Now, for some of you, it's going to be a one night of fun, talking over good times, but then realizing like, holy shit, this is never going to be able to work, you know? But for others of you, this is going to be this recognition that you're just ready to put the negative stuff in the past. Sent card is the Nine of Wands reverse. Nine of Wands reverse is isolation ends. You're finally having faith in something. You're still going to be a little self-protective, a little defensive, but something starts improving here. You know? We have a lot of defenses going on here, right? Seven of Wands being, again, protecting against some sort of competition, this feeling like maybe there's another person or maybe there's a rivalrous energy within your relationship. But you guys are talking about that in a very patient way. Because the Son of Pentacles is Page of Pentacles. See, those of you who know the cards. This is being very patient in this connection. Very reliable. Very much trying to work through something. So we definitely see somebody's trying here. There's no question. So what do you guys have to talk about? The fact that somebody feels like they've been a victim of something. They feel very victimized. And you know what? Somebody has to be heard here. You can't ignore this. That's the thing. Okay? Because somebody feels like a victim. Somebody feels like they've been betrayed. And it has to be heard. It has to be heard. But then we have this working with the Five of Swords. But it's in reverse, which is way better. Because this is about a fair fight. Like having an elevated discussion. You like how I say that? An elevated discussion. But there being peace after this. Right? And the lights being turned on, somebody being caught, somebody being called out for certain kind of behavior that just really wasn't flying anymore. But then this is so great, good news coming in, and it being this very almost like frenetic change. It's like, okay, come on, let's do this, you know, speed, action, quick changes because of positive news coming in. So there being positive news, quick movement, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Let's not even mess around anymore. Let's just like do this. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is what I have for you. If this did not resonate as far as the relationship vibe energy goes, definitely check out your other signs. But that is what I have for the relationship portion for our Leo friends. Now we're going to go into, I'm going to clean this up, and we're going to go into career and money. Career and money, honey. So now everybody's working right now, right? It's like unprecedented unemployment. Well, not unprecedented, but it's been a long time since so many people have been struggling in the way that they have. It's very real. So that's why I'm making this more about like just general money, okay? Just general money. What are the ways that this could show up? Inheritance, divorce settlements, investment. Are you getting that mortgage? That lawsuit. This could also have to do with your partner's money, anything like that. Anything where there's finances involved in your life where you are on the other end. And then naturally, of course, with career. So I'm going to pull 5 Lenormand, and then I'm going to clarify with tarot. The regular tarot. Lenormand is a different system, right? Most of you know that. So first card up, we have the snake. So somebody is very duplicitous, not being honest with you, and it's going to incite an argument. Then we have the fish, okay, which has to do with sustenance and money and working within your means, working with what you have right now, the roof over your head. What is it that you need? We have the sun. One more. Something needs to be looked at more closely. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Number 7, snake eyes. Here we go, snake on 7. Not a very trustworthy energy. It's like, I swear everything's going to be okay. Meanwhile, they know the whole time it's not. Somebody not very honest, Leo, that you were dealing with here. Now, a lot of you guys are like, oh, what's with all the reversals? Guys, I don't manipulate my cards. I just don't. I shuffle them, and however Spirit wants them to come out. A lot of the reversals are far more positive than the upright. Still to this day, I can't understand why people have issue with reversals. They're not all bad. It just means that we have to look at something a little more closely here. So we have Faith reverse, which is about the Hierophant energy, and this is somebody who just does not want to conform to something. You know, really, you know, in and of itself, it's not a bad. It's about wanting to be original, creative, but having issues with authority, right? Because the Hierophant in the upright is all about conforming, right? Expectations, convention, needing to do things a certain way. It's Taurus energy, you know, which is very earthy and very practical and very pragmatic, and particularly because Taurus is the landlord of the second house. But it's like somebody wants to do things their way, the only way that they want to do it. They don't want to hear anybody. And we have this working with the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, you know, this is a Mars and Capricorn energy. So when we get this in reverse, it's about, some of you might be dealing with a lot of office politics if you work in an office or for a company, feeling very unsupported right now. Feeling very unsupported, dealing with like a lot of political nonsense and feeling very unsupported. Like maybe you feel like a union doesn't have your back, or, you know, something like that, or you feel like, you know, something's going on. Maybe your regular job is perfectly fine and this has to do with some other financial issue that's going on in your life, but you feeling like somebody is really not on the up and up. And then we have the Temperance reverse. So when we have the Temperance reverse, it's a very disruptive energy, very chaotic energy, excess, feeling out of control. So you feel like you don't have control over something. So this could be absolutely like they say you have to keep your business closed. They say you can't go back to work. Or maybe you are working with a very duplicitous energy that's promising you the sun, moon, and stars. And, you want to think about the snake in the Garden of Eden. Eat the apple. I swear nothing's going to happen. And then look what happened. Hell in a handbasket, right? So that's the kind of energy that you're dealing with. Somebody who's like blowing smoke. But you see through it, I feel like. There's definitely an argument here. And it's a necessary one, right? Whenever we get the birch broom, somebody with a very sharp tongue. So this could be you inciting the argument or somebody inciting an argument with you. We have this working with the Knight of Coins in the reverse, and this very stubborn energy. Very stubborn energy. Now, this can be a stubborn energy that you're dealing with, but at the same time, this can be indicative of you plain old not working. So this could be you being unemployed because of some sort of situation that's going on here. Again, whether it's because of COVID or whether it's because somebody's being stubborn with you, whatever it is. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse right now, and this is about false start, lots of delay. Feeling rejected. It doesn't have to be, it could be one of these things, it could be all of these things. Obviously, this could be a delay. If this has to do with COVID, this delay, this incredible delay going back to work, maybe there was a false start. You guys went back to work and then you were pulled back, right? But this is like a brutal energy because it's like feeling the sense of rejection because you just want to make a living or you just want something to go well. For those, this could also absolutely be an energy where if it's like any sort of inheritance issue, where it's a very challenging energy. There's no question, somebody kind of wanting to come in and rule the show, you think things are going to go in a certain way. They keep kicking the bucket down the road. It just keeps going, keeps going. But then we have this working with the Eight of Wands energy. And the Eight of Wands is about good news coming in despite the argument. That's why I said the argument was for a purpose. Some good news is going to be coming in that's going to incite a quick change. And it's going to provide you with the foundation. You're going to have everything that you need, right? Which is the fish energy. Fabulous. 10 of Cups, my friends. Yay. So this is a nice energy. It feels like you're just going to have to wait a minute for it, right? This is Mars and Pisces, really action-oriented energy. Mars is all about taking action. It's the energy of leadership. Pisces is all about your dream space, right? Beautiful, right? Contentment, love, support. You love what you're doing. You're going to make money doing it. We do have the Knight of Cups energy in the reverse hanging out here. So you just want to be careful that you don't have very unrealistic expectations ultimately about how something's going to go. So just enjoy whatever positive comes in during this time. Again, you don't want to get carried away with it. Remember what I said earlier, for those of you who watch like the 2 minutes of the astrology, take everything with a grain of salt. Don't over invest in what anybody's promising or anybody's doing right now. We do have the Two of Swords here, and this is about confusion and indecision and a lot of information coming into you at once that can end up being rather confusing for you. Okay, so things going well. I don't want you to think there's anything really negative about this, but you're going to feel very confused. Well, of course you're going to feel confused because we have Neptune in there in this wonky position. So then we have the Sun working with the Sun. This is awesome. We always love the Sun, right? The Sun's fabulous. It's all about material happiness and having what you need. It's very important to understand when you get the Sun energy, it doesn't mean, you've arrived. That's not what it means. It means you're going to have all the tools in your toolbox to do what you need to do. However, you can have everything available to you, but you're still going to be confused. Little pressing the pause button never hurt anybody because you're trying to get a different perspective. You're trying to make a wise choice. Getting a different perspective. Pressing the pause button for a minute is what I see, having to do with some sort of financial situation or your career. You just want to make sure you don't go into like an analysis paralysis kind of situation. Now we do have the Queen of Cups, and this is in reverse. I am getting here that you do feel a little insecure. I understand this. There is an insecurity. The Queen of Cups has to do with an insecurity in this confusion. We have it working with the Nine of Wands in reverse. And this is about, though, having faith in something. You're still going to be isolation ending. You're still going to feel a little defensive in something. You are. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. You are still going to definitely feel a little defensive. But you have everything you need. I see you feeling just a little like overly cautious, maybe because of something that you've been through, an energy that you're dealing with. It might be trust issues involved here as well. Just not knowing how it's going to end up going. Then we have the magnifying glass, which indicates you have to look at something with a lot more like side eye here. What do you need to look at? Let's see what we have. Ooh, the Ace of Cups. So some sort of new offer is coming in. Make sure you read the fine print right now, okay? That's the Ace of Cups. This could be a new job. This could be a new, like a raise. This could be a new business opportunity, or at least something coming to you that you hadn't seen before. Really, really good. Now we have the Hermit energy playing here. And be careful again, because this is an idea of like repeating past mistakes, right? And feeling very stuck. So Leo, this is the thing. Like, let's say if you're in business or you're doing any sort of negotiating, you can't treat the negotiation the way that you maybe did once upon a time pre-COVID, pre-2020, pre this hot mess of a space that we live in right now. It does seem like, you know, you don't want to do that. Things are a little different now. People are in a different headspace entirely. And I feel like if you could just maintain that, it's going to be a good thing for you. I like that the last card here is Judgment. This is about having clarity, making a final decision, and there being a wake-up call here. I love this because this is like a wake-up call to your life's purpose. What is it that you're ultimately really meant to be doing? Because at the end of the day, it might not be what you started out doing here. It might be you doing something different. Okay? If this has to do with some sort of insurance payout, settling of a lawsuit, anything like that, make sure you don't get in your own way. I do see an offer being made. Make sure, again, you read the fine print. But we have this Judgment energy. A final decision is made. Really good. And there's going to be clarity. So I see a lot of settling up by the end. This I see by the end of December. Obviously, it's not going to happen like that. But I see things rolling out, maybe even more towards the middle of January, keeping it real. Because it's just really such much better energy by the middle of January. So that is what I have for the career section. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.